Thursday night baseball is live here in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the third of six between the Wichita Wind Surge and the San Antonio Missions. And we have our first ceremonial of the first pitch coming up as we're about ready to go here tonight. Evan Miller coming in as the starting pitcher here in this one. And Bob, what do we know about this guy? And so far, I gotta say, I don't emphasize this enough, but this guy, he's got a pitch command on record. And he can really get it done here tonight, here in this one. Jimmy Kerrigan coming in as we are about ready to go in the top half of the first inning for Wichita. And let's play ball. Here's the first pitch by Miller, and we are underway at 7:15 here this evening. So far, Wichita winning as of last night, 4-2 the final. And now the series between these two clubs are tied at 1-1. So far, it is pretty good here in this contest. And so far, we have another 3 games to go with this ball club. Well, that will do for the first out of the inning. And so far, Evan Miller will get the first strikeout of the evening by striking out the leadoff batter. And now here in Jermaine Palacios. Palacios coming in, and he's going to take that one far and outside foul. And the count now is 0-1. Wichita in their road grays. Wichita inscribed on the chest and on the side of the arm. And that's going to be line drive right there. Little has it. And that will get down for a 1-out single as we go back to the top of the Wichita lineup. That's going to bring in Matt Wallner. Wallner is coming in, and he swings and misses off of that one on the initial offering. And the count now is 0-1. Boy, so far there's a lot of fans coming in, and go ahead and give your ball clubs tonight. Springfield at Corpus Christi, and gotta say they've won 3 ball games, taking on the Cardinals, or the last 2 ball games, and so far they're doing really well in that one. So right there, that's going to go to the center fielder, and that's out number 2 as that's recorded. We'll give a quick pause to give the visiting starting lineups. As so far, Bob, guys winning last night 4-2. How did you feel about that? Well, I think these boys did an awesome job last night. Can't even emphasize how they worked as a team, but they did it. The end of the night was theirs. A lot of people in Wichita and surrounding places, they really liked how that one went. Yes, and I bet they did. Pretty good. Gabe Snyder coming in. He's got a runner at first. And that one is inside for a strike, and the count now 0-2. Got a lot of fans here on this Thirsty Thursday. $2 Dr. Peppers all night long. Also food products as well, presented by this evening's proud sponsor. Also, you could go to Sonic for happy hour, $1.50 on all fountain drinks. And so far, it is pretty good to have a local nearby Sonic. And so far, going pretty good. Right there, high fly in the air. And that's going to get down for a base hit. And that will be corners loaded up on that single. And Wichita is now in striking distance of the first run, 90 feet away from scoring in. In now, Seth Gray. Gray is coming in. Here's the pitch inside for the strike, and the count now 0-1. So far, got Springfield at Corpus Christi, Midland at Arkansas, Wichita at San Antonio, Tulsa at Northwest Arkansas, Amarillo at Frisco. And so far, that is tonight's teams in the AA Texas League. And now here's the 0-2. That one outside, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. And now it's going to be line drive up the center. And that's going to get the run in across the score from third. It is now 1-0 Wichita. Still 2 men out. And a run in to score. Boy, and I gotta say, it's going pretty well here this evening. Here's Mark Contreras, as that's going to be high fly in the air. Podorski has it, and he will record the final out. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. As we go to the bottom of the first, the Wichita Wind Surge is up by 1. And here is Josh Winder, a right-hander out of the Wind Surge bullpen. He'll get the starting assignment here, 6'5" and 210 pounds and age 25 here in this evening's contest. Aggie Rosario coming in. As so far, we are about ready for the inning of the bottom of 1. Here is the pitch by Winder, and we are underway as that slider is outside. Down and low in the dirt even for a ball. 1-0. Boy, I gotta say, we are going for scores here. Corpus Christi now strikes 1 run against Springfield. So far, the top half of the first inning for the Rockhounds there in Arkansas, scoreless to that point on. Everybody is going at it. Wichita scores in a run here in the top half of the first inning. And that one is outside for the full count. And the count now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is high fly in the air. And that will go to the shortstop for the out. Well, the chance now to give the starting lineups for the home side. And so far, Bob, these guys at home looking for a victory as they lost last night. Do you think they'll pull through? I think they can pull through. They have 28 outs to get this ball club going. And even your bullpen. You mean 27 outs. Oh, duh. Well, thanks for reminding me, Jonathan. I mean, really, it's good that you know a lot about baseball in these days. Well, I've been doing this for already a long time here in the AA Texas League. Last year it was called the AA Central. And so far we are back to Texas League baseball. Not to mention having Wichita and Amarillo being the 2 new ball clubs. So far, pretty good on that one. Welcoming in the Arizona Diamondbacks affiliate and also the Minnesota Twins affiliate as well. So right there, that's going to be line drive up at right field. That gets down for a base hit. And that's going to bring in the right fielder, Joshua Mears. Mears is coming in, and he takes that one inside for strike one. Runner at first and one away, bottom of one. 1-0 win surge here in this Thursday's contest. Here's the pitch, down and low, and the count now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Overcast evening. So far, just a few peaks of sunshine as we go through the remainder of the day. So far, there is no rain in sight. Wishing that there was, but evidently there might be a good few chances in the weeks to come. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count, and the count now 3-2. Yorman Rodriguez on deck for the Missions. And it's pretty good to get on base on a 4-pitch walk. And there we go. That is ball 4. So far, Missions have the tying run out at second and the go-ahead at first. Here's Yorman Rodriguez. That one taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
1 ball, no strike.
Boy, and I gotta say, it is pretty good as we go through this one. Well, we go ahead and give you some North Division scores. So far, Tulsa at Northwest Arkansas tonight. Boy, and they scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning there at Riverboat Field. Northwest Arkansas came and tied the ball game. And so far, they are now leading 4-2 in the ball game, as they are now top half of the second inning there at Riverboat. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and up goes 2, and down goes 2. Got first and second on 2 walks. That's going to bring in Grant Little. Little is coming in. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. The right fielder's running after it, and he makes the play. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hit. Well, no runs and a couple of hits. No errors and 2 left. We go top of 2 coming up, and Wichita has the lead by 1. Andrew Becktoad is coming in as we are about ready to start the top half of the second underway, as that one taken outside for the ball, and the count now 1-0. Evan Miller pitches, deals, and right here fouls that one off, as that one is taken in for a strike, and the count now 1-1. Here's pitch outside for a slider, and the count now is 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch right here, high fly in the air. Little running after it, cannot get there. And that will be even up at 2-2. Two balls at 2 strikes. Outside, full count. And on deck, Jose Godoy. Godoy is coming in. Here's the pitch to him, and that one's going to be hit high in the air. Up in center is Podorski, and he's got it for out number 1. Pretty good way of doing that as far as being out in center. And that's going to bring in Jose Godoy. He's 1.62 with the opposition, a .414. And he's got it good in this one.
Nope,
Right there outside, four-seam fastball. And the count now is 1-0. 1-0. That one popped foul. Count now 1-1. So far, so good. Right here. Pitch here, swing and a miss. And the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Pitch here, outside, just out in front. And the count now 2-2. 2-2, here's the pitch. High fly in the air. Podorski running after this one. And he's got 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of 2.
The second baseman, Alaric Solari.
And that's going to bring in Alaric Solari. Pretty good evening here tonight for both sides. Wichita looking to claim their second victory of the night. That's going to be high fly in the air. And that is off the wall. The relay, and that's going to go. And they got him. And that one was a beautiful shot, as they will tag up and hang him out on the clothesline to dry. And what a way to get that one going. No runs on a hit, no errors. A man left on trying to score, gets knocked down, and that's the inning. Wichita down in front by 1-0 over the Missions. Sorry to be late. We are here in the bottom of 2. Augustin Ruiz is coming up to bat. He's now got 2 balls, no strikes, underway of 2 here in this one. Gotta say, that was a beautiful get and grab in the last of the half inning. Top half of 2, I shall say, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get in for extra bases. And he's going for 2, and he's in there on a lead-off double. And now the tying run is in. And it's time to get even.
Batting 7, the third baseman.
That's going to bring in the third baseman, hot corner, Olivier Basabe, as he comes in and he takes that one in for strike 1. Looking to get from second. And that one is high in the air. And the infield fly comes into effect, and that's right there for out number 1.
Batting 8.
Boy, so far it's a scoring position there, as now the Tulsa Drillers there at Riverboat Field in Northwest Arkansas. They are tied at 5-5, as both teams are battling it out to see if they get the win.
1-1.
So right there, as that one is down and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one's going to be lifted high fly in the air, and that will go to center. And the center fielder records the out.
Batting 9. The catcher, Tyler.
And that's going to bring in the catcher, Tyler Malone. Malone is coming in. And he's going pretty good. That one right there and outside. And the count now is 1-0. 2 away and a runner at second. That one is lifted high in the air. That will go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. And that one is just outside. Count now is 2-1. And that one is going to be high in the air. Right there to center. And the center fielder will run it over. And he's got it for the out. So that will do for 2 complete here this evening. And we now move on to the top of the 3rd. Wichita holds the 1 run. Top of the lineup in the 3rd, Jimmy Kerrigan coming up for Wichita. As we are about ready to go, swing and a miss and underway. As that one's taken in for strike 1. Boy, so far we're doing really well here in this ball game, and that one is line foul. And so far now in the count, 0-2 to Kerrigan. Pitch here, high in the air, up in right field is Joshua Mears. Mears will run it down, and he's got it for the out. So there is 1 away. And that's going to bring in Jermaine Palacios. Palacios is coming in on an average of 414 on the opposition of 1,000. Here's the pitch right inside for strike 1. And the count now is 0-1. Palacios was a 1-for-1 as he singled back in the 1st inning. And that one right there, swing and a miss. And the count now 0-2. Got a pretty good ERA of 7.76 on that point. And it's a good one. And up and down, there goes 2. And the weasel gets popped out of his hat. And the count now re-clears 2 away. I mean, have y'all ever heard of Pop Goes the Weasel? Well, I don't know if I did or not, but I've heard of it when I was a kid. We played the game of Find the Weasel Inside the Hat. And how did that go? I didn't get it at so far on that one. And that one's going to be lifted high in the air, and that will go foul. So the count now 0-2. Right there, high in the air. And that ball is going high and foul. Wallner coming in for Wichita. And that is high in the air. Hinojosa second. Gets up in the shallow center and right field as he makes the play. That's the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go for the bottom of the 3rd coming up, and it's 1-0 win search. Here's Aggie Rosario as we're stepping up for the bottom half of the 3rd inning here tonight. So far, don't forget, we have Friday night baseball coming up. And we want everybody to come in at 7:05, but the gates will open at 6 o'clock right on the dot. So make sure you come and get your Dr. Peppers and everything here. Come out to the ball game, enjoy the fun. Because we are gone after 2 straight weeks after this homestand. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one too high outside. The count now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Down low. Load up the count at 3-2. 3 balls to 2 strikes. And that one's going to be well hit, but also that'll be a well fouled off ball. Rosario, 3-2. Right there again, and that goes foul. Still hanging on at the full count. Here's a 3-2. And that is ball 4 as he loses him. Good hold up there. And that will bring in the still top of the lineup, CJ Hinonosa, the second baseman. Tying run at first. And that one is going to get ripped fouled on the count now 0-1. Here's the 0-1, inside for a strike, and the count now is 0-2. Right there back to first, and he's back in standing. So no balls at 2 strikes here this evening. Pitch here, outside for a ball. And that is 1-2. 1-2. And that one is line drive right there. Shortstop can't hang on. And that's going to be an infield single on that base hit. Nails that shortstop in the arm. And that's got to be a terrible thing as you get nailed in that arm and then you lose all feeling. In now, right fielder Joshua Mears as he takes that one inside for strike 1. He last time inherited that walk back in the first inning. It's pretty good that he got that free pass. And there's outside for the ball. And that will even things up at 1-1. And that one hit high in the air. And that will land out of play. One ball and 2 strikes. And that one is lined. Would have been dangerous if that ball was fair. And that would have really put some runs on. High fly in the air, and there's the second infield fly rule. And the second baseman will take it himself for the out. And that's going to bring in Yorman Rodriguez as he struck out back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Boy, so far as the bottom half of 3, Northwest Arkansas really gets in and puts a 3 on their scoreboard against the Tulsa Drillers. So far as they wrap up the 3rd inning there at Riverboat, they now go to the top of the 4th inning. And that's going to be line drive right there, as that one is taken in for the out. And he tries to pick off a double play there at second base. Here's the left fielder, Grant Little. Little is coming in, and so far it is good to scratch in some runs. The tying run is now at second. The go-ahead is at first base. That one's hit high in the air. Up in center, and that will do it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We played the top of the bottom of the 3rd. We now go top of 4 coming up. Leading off for Wind Surge is Gabe Snyder. Snyder coming in, and that one taken down and low. 1 ball and no strikes. That one hit high in the air. Podorski running after this one, and he's got it to make the play. So there's one away in the inning.
Number 18.
And now that'll bring in Seth Gray. 1 for 1. He singled RBI. And that one's a swung on and missed. Outclassed by that one for the strike, and the count now 0-1. Don't forget, we are back after our 2 weeks on the road as we play our close to the end of August 12-game homestand, as the Missions will take on the Midland Rockhounds and the Corpus Christi Hooks. That series will conclude after that 6 games with the Hooks. And then back on the road for 6 more with Springfield. And then we come home and play the Amarillo Sod Poodles to wrap things up of the season. San Antonio still has the playoff spot. Right there to Rodriguez, and he's got him. Out number 3, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go bottom of 4 coming up. Wichita has the lead by 1. Augustine Ruiz is coming in as we are about ready to go. Line drive up to first base, and that's the quick out. So out number 1.
Number 7.
And so far that one is tough to swallow on. Here's Olivier Basabe. He's 0 for 1. He popped out in the 2nd inning. Pretty good here tonight. And that one far and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. And now it's going to be line drive up the center, and that gets down for a base hit. Missions trying again to get a run in to score, tie the ball game, and press the attack of the evening. Boy, so far, this game in Northwest Arkansas, the Tulsa Drillers really putting it in to Wichita. Really putting it in Northwest Arkansas. I do apologize. Tied with 6-6.
1-1.
And gotta say, that ball game there at Riverboat, it's a foot race. That one right there, line drive up the left, and that's caught for out number 2.
The catcher, number 33, Tyler.
That's going to bring in Tyler Malone. He's 0 for 1. He flied out in the 2nd. And right there, the curveball gets him out chasing for the strike. And the count now is 0-1. Runner at first and 2 away, bottom of 4. Wichita up by 1 run and leading by this ball game, the run only. No balls and 2 strikes. Outside, down at the knees.
1-2.
And the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. And right there, swing and a miss. And they will throw him out at first, and that's the inning over. So it's no runs on a hit, nowhere's 1 left. We head for the 5th coming up, and it's a 1-0 Wichita lead. Andrew Bechtold is coming in as we are about ready to start the top half of the 5th inning for the Wind Surge. That one down and outside, and the count now 1-0. So far doing really well, and that one's going to be high fly in the air. Little going after it, and that's going to get in for extra bases, and that's a no-out double.
Now batting, catcher, Jose Goodall.
And that's going to bring in Jose Godoy. Godoy coming in, and that one taken in for a strike, and the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch. Right there. High fly in the air. Little's got it. And he will record the out. Runner holding on at second.
Second baseman, Alaric Solari.
And that's going to bring in Alaric Solari. He's 1 for 1. He tripled back in the second inning. Gotta say, it is pretty good for a nighttime ball game. Sun is going down and cloud cover really obscuring the sun. Could have been a nice pretty day today, but so far cloud cover came in, and so far the rest of the evening will be gray. Cloud cover will clear out by the latter part of the evening before we are done here tonight. In now, Jimmy Kerrigan. We go back to the top of the Wichita batting order as he struck out and he flied out. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lifted. High fly in the air, and that's out of play. So that will go foul. Well, the manager is coming out of the bullpen, and that will do for Evan Miller. And so far, they will call Grant Gavin to come in. And so far, that will do for Yvonne Miller here this evening. So far, he did mighty well. And he's going to have a good chance of trying to get in and winning in this contest. Grant Gavin will be the first relief pitcher of the night. And so far as we look at the game that's going on in Northwest Arkansas, there at Riverboat, we got to say that game is really getting crushed by the Drillers. They wrapped up the 5th inning and scored 7 times. And got to say, it is a game that is pretty good there up in Riverboat Field. John Scampy, Chris Angleton, they'll be live Tuesday night as we play the Texas Rangers Texas League affiliate, the Frisco Rough Riders. They're in Frisco, Texas. They're at Statesman's Park. Here's the leadoff batter, Aggie Rosario, as we go bottom half of the 5th inning. So far, got Drew Stottman and Ronnie Henriquez coming in for the Wichita warming up pitchers. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be right there. Pass to the pitcher, right to first, and they'll get him easily for the out. Rosario goes down retired, and boy, and I got to say, it's good that they work as a team, communicate as a team, hustle as a team. They are a team regardless of one thing after another. And so far, that's pretty good. Here's the pitch. Right there. Right to third. Third baseman throws right to first, and they'll get him easily. 2 quick outs retired. And that's going to bring in Joshua Mears as he's 0 for 1 and a walk in the first. Rosario and C.J. Abrams both are down and retired. And so far that will be 2 quick outs. Mears is up in the right field position. And that one is inside for strike 2. So far, night time already upon us in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one is taken inside for the ball. And the count now 1-2. Almost to the end of this half inning. As so far we are doing well. Right there, high fly in the air, up in right field. Second baseman and first baseman are looking at that right fielder. And the right fielder will call him off, as that will do. So that is 5 innings in the books here tonight. And we go to the top half of the 6th inning for Wichita. And they are leading this game by 1. Jermaine Palacios is coming in. He's 1 for 2. He singled back in the first inning. Pretty good game here tonight as Wichita holding out in front of the lead by just a 1 run. And so far, they are keeping the Missions off the scoreboard. And gotta say, they're doing pretty good. No balls, 2 strikes. And that is strike 3 called. And boy, howdy. Get a saddle on that horse, my big man. And that's going to bring in Matt Wallner. Boy, and that last guy was not happy as he got struck out by Gavin. That one goes up to Grant Little, as that is caught for route number 2. Here's number 43, Gabe Snyder. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the first inning. Pitch here, inside. And the count now is 0-1. Top of the 6th inning for the wind surge here tonight.
1-1.
So far this game is going pretty good for the Wichita defense. And that is going to be line foul. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch here. And that's going to be over the second baseman's glove. And that's going to go down as a 2-out single.
Now batting, number 18.
And that's going to bring up number 18. And that is Seth Gray. And that one is taken inside for strike 1. Gray was a 1 for 2. He singled RBI. Don't forget, 3 games are left of the series after tonight. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night games at 7:05. Road trip to Frisco beginning Tuesday night. And so far, Missions will not be home for 2 weeks as they take on the Rough Riders and Northwest Arkansas. Well, that will just about do it, as that will be the inning over. Middle half of the lineup coming up in the bottom half of 6. And it is a 1-0 Wichita lead. Yorman Rodriguez 0 for 2. He struck out in the lineout. So far, we are doing well. And So far, San Antonio looking to get in the first run of the ball game. Jorge Alcala and Ben Heller warming up for the wind surge in the relief pitcher spots. 2 balls and no strikes. And that one is popped foul, and the count now 2-1. Two and one. That one right there is going to go to shortstop. Right the first, and they get him easily.
Now batting.
Boy, and I got to say, the Tulsa Drillers really bending Northwest Arkansas over their laps for the spanking. Boy, howdy. Sucks to be the Naturals there at Riverboat Field. They're in the top half of the 7th inning. And so far, 6 runs have come in to score. It's a whooping like no tomorrow. And as my dad always says, you're going to get a whooping. Well, and I tell you one thing, that is just one thing that I'll always remember. Right there to short, and they will tag him out right there for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
2 up, 2 down here in this half inning. And here's Augustin Ruiz. He doubled last time up in the second. He's 1 for 2. 1 run holds up for Wichita, and that is up in the top of the first inning. Mission's trying to capitalize, trying to find a way to score in the game's first run for their side. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted. High fly in the air, up in left field. And the left fielder will make the play. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, it is 1-0 Wichita in this one. Mark Contreras coming in as we are underway of inning number 7. Taken in for strike 1 and the count 0-1. Boy, so far, we'll go ahead and look at other Texas League scores. And so far, Corpus Christi is crushing Springfield. They are 7-2 in the contest. And they are doing pretty good, getting some wins in. So far, the Corpus Christi Hooks are looking for their 3rd consecutive win in that 6-game set with Springfield. Andrew Bechtold 1 for 2. He doubled in the 5th inning. So far, we go ahead and look at Midland. They are 7-1 over the Arkansas Travelers. And so far, they are top half of the 7th inning. So far, got Frisco and Amarillo. The Rough Riders are leading the 4-3 advantage over the Sod Poodles. And gotta say, they're having a good night there at Statesman's Park. Here's the 0-2. Right there, swing and a miss. Blew it right past him for the out. And that is out number 2.
Jose Godoy.
And that's going to bring in Jose Godoy. Godoy coming in. And it is going really well here this evening. Pitch by Gavin. And that one's going to be blistered. High fly in the air. And that's going to get in for extra bases. Going to first, going to second. And he's in on a 2-out double. And that ball will get him a double in second base. And boy, howdy, that one really went by him. In now is the last of the lineup for Wichita, Alex Solary. Solary coming in, and he takes that one outside, and the count now 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And that one's going to be line drive. And that's going to get in for extra bases as Little tries to get that one. That's going to be a RBI double with the run in to score. And now Wichita getting up in there. And it is now 2-0 win surge over the Missions. Potential third runner still remains at the second base area. Here is the top of the lineup, Jimmy Kerrigan. 0 for 3. He flied out in the 5th inning. Going well as the win surge looks for their second win of the series. Right there and in time as that one is out. Alaric Solary coming in as he delivers a run on the RBI double. And it is a 2-0 Wichita lead over San Antonio. Well, we are bottom half of the 7th. Here's Olivier Basabe. As Missions now have 2 runs to make up, 3 to get in the lead. And the curveball is a swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-1. Boy, nighttime already, cloud cover. A nice hot afternoon going into a early evening. 29 balls, 55 strikes, a total of 84 for his first 7 innings of play. And that one outside, and the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, all is well with this defense here tonight. And gotta say, the guy out on the hill is getting tired, so they're going to try to keep an eye on him, and that's going to be high fly in the air, left center, into center field, as he will get that one for the out. And that's going to bring up Robbie Podorski. Podorski is coming in. He is 0 for 2 here this evening. Side, and the count now 1-0. Josh Winder here tonight. So far, he is going strong. Went strong through 7 complete innings of his time on the hill. Line drive, that is going to go up in left field. And that's going to bring in the runner at second. And that will be time called by the manager. And he's going to pull the pitcher out of this ball game. And Josh Pender is out of this ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
And here comes Jorge Alcala.
Number 66.
59, 3-6, 11, 59.2 ERA, 3.92, 61 strikeouts, and a total of 13 walks. He averages at .214.
Now batting, The catcher, Tyler.
And that's going to bring in Tyler Malone. Malone coming in, and he's going to ground one right there to second, right to first. That moves the runner from second to third.
Now batting.
And the Missions are in striking distance. A base hit will get the run in. San Antonio will have 90 feet to score their first run and end a shutout. Here's the leadoff batter, Aggie Rosario, and that's going to be popped high in the air. And that is going to be caught by the catcher, as that will end this half inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. And we go to the top of the 8th inning. It is 2-0 Wichita.
Leading off for Wichita.
And here's Jermaine Palacios, 1 for 3, single and a run. Missions down to their final 8, down to their final 6 outs in the top of the 8th inning. So far, we look at the bottom half of the 8th. And San Antonio's got a good chance of getting into striking distance. They threatened the last time up during the bottom half of the 7th inning. And they could do it again and try to do it again. And hopefully try to win this one here for tonight. That one's going to go up to left fielder Little. He's got it for the out. Runner going back to first. And it's going really good if they could get up there and try to win this one. Gabe Snyder is 2 for 3. He's had 2 singles so far at his at-bats. So far, Missions are down in this ball game by 2 runs. And it's been a scoreless game so far for the San Antonio defense. And that one is going to be hit high in the air, and that will go out of play. 0-2. And that's going to be right there, line drive up in right field, and that'll be a base hit. Boy, and I got to say, that ball went close to the second baseman. And that will bring in Seth Gray. Gray is coming in. Here's the pitch. Inside for the strike. And the count now is 0-1. 1 for 3, single RBI. That is Gray. Here's the 0-1. High in the air. Little running after it. And he's got it to make the out right there. But that one goes out into foul grounds.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Pretty good play. That is Grant Little. Runner still holding on at first to second for Wichita. That'll bring up the 6th batter, Mark Contreras. And that's going to be line drive up right there. And the run is in to score as that runner from second gets in there. And now they will trail this game by 3. That's going to bring in Andrew Bechtold as 1 for 3, doubled in the 5th inning. Missions now have 4 to catch up. And so far, we'll see if their last 6 outs can get that going. Hopefully it can, and so far, got to see what happens here. Right there, a swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-2. 0-2. And that one's going to be right there, and that's going to get in for extra bases. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and that's the nail in the coffin. As now Wichita scores in a total of 5 runs through the 9th. And that's going to bring the visit to the mound. And that'll bring in Jose Godoy. As so far that will bring in a reliever, Matt Waldron. Waldron coming in, and so far the knuckleball is what all of us need to see. 6'3" and 185 pounds. Getting called on the mound for San Antonio. Waldron on the hill for the Missions. And that knuckleball is outside, and the count now 1-0. Godoy, he's 1 for 3. He doubled, and he runned in. Here's pitch. And that one hit. Right to third, right to first. And that is right to Olivier Basabe, right to Rodriguez. Inning over. 2 runs in to score for Wichita. And it is 5-0 win surge. Bottom half of the 8th inning, CJ Hinojosa coming up to the plate now. As that slider is outside, and the count now 1 ball, no strikes. 11,677 fans in tonight's attendance. And gotta say, it is going pretty good in this contest. Right there, high fly, out of play, as that ball is out of the yard. 5-0 win surge, and these boys looking to get in there. Line drive up in the center, and that's a base hit. So good night. This is going pretty good as they get a hit. And they better keep the bats rolling, right, Bob? I got to say, if they could keep those bats going, all they have to do is manage to get those ground hit fastballs into clear areas. Right there is Joshua Mears, and he swings and misses at the initial offering. No balls and 1 strike. Ty Krause holding up his fingers. He's 0 for 2. And that one is outside, and the count now 1-1. One and one. Outside again on that slider. And the count now 2-1. Two and one. And inside for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first. And right there for the full count. And on deck, Yoman Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming in. Here's a 3-2. Right there, swing and a miss. Blew it right by him for the out. And San Antonio is down to their final 5 outs of the night. And that's going to bring in Yorman Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming in. Pitch here. Outside for the ball. And the count now 1-0. Jorge Alcala is pitching for Wichita as he's now thrown 12 so far for his first couple innings. And that one is outside. The count now 2-0. Good hold up there as San Antonio's trying to get in. Look for a hit. That'll get the runner home from that first base area. Right there, ball 3, and the count now 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. Gotta say, a pretty good count is always needed. Here's the 3-0. Outside, ball 4. And that's going to put first to second now. And that's going to bring in Grant Little. Little is coming in. Pitch here, outside for the ball. And the count now 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. First and second, 1 away. Line drive. Right there, underhanded. Right there, out. Oh my goodness gracious me. As you look at that second baseman, he backhands behind his back. And that ends the inning. So it is 5-0 Wichita as we go top of the 9th inning.
Leading off for Wichita.
Alex Sollery, 2 for 3, triple-double RBI. And so far, San Antonio had it going. And now down to their final 3 outs of the 9th. As the Missions look like they surrendered this game straight to the boys of Kansas. So yes, got to welcome all of the Wichita Wind Surge. Welcome to the Padres affiliates. So far, San Antonio will always be a San Diego Padres town. Now, even though the Democrat mayor, or shall I say, well, Ron Nienberg, during the year of 2018, was getting rid of the Missions AA team. And so far, the city wanted a AAA team here. And they played in 2019, and they had a 2020 season. But with COVID coming in, that season ends up getting canceled, and it forced the Missions to go back to the Padres affiliate for San Antonio. So far, we are now a big Texas league. That's what we are. We are 5-on-5. Welcoming in Wichita and Amarillo to the Texas League. And that one is going to be lined high in the air. That'll go foul. So the count now evens at 1-1. Taco Bell double play in effect here tonight. And that's going to be up to Little. And he's got it to record the out here in the 9th. 5-0 Wichita in this ball game. And the Wind Surge look for another victory here tonight. Jermaine Palacios, 2 for 4, 2 singles and 2 runs here. And that one down and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled and away. And the count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled and away. So a ball and 2 strikes here. 1-2. And that one is fouled and away. And the count now still remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Right there to Hinojosa as he records the 2nd out of the inning. Go ahead and give you some Texas League final scores. Frisco winning 4-3 over Amarillo. Tulsa wins. And get this, guys. Tulsa beats Northwest Arkansas at Riverboat Field 23-7. That's a spanking like no tomorrow. I bet they were screaming bloody murder for mercy. No doubt. Midland beats Arkansas 7-1. Corpus Christi beats Springfield 7-2. And so far we are concluding our game here in San Antonio for the night.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Knuckleball is down, and the count now 1-1. Pitch here. And right there, line drive to Rodriguez, and he gets it out. And that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the ninth, and it is 5-0 win surge. Ben Heller coming in, 6'3", 210 pounds. He had 3 years of service on the reservoir, starting up a Double-A team. He was on the New Orleans Baby Cakes during the year of 2019 and 2020. Here's John Romario. And so far, they got 2 warmers warming up in the Wichita bullpen. So far, New Orleans had a Triple-A ball club, the New Orleans Baby Cakes. And so far, they went out of business after the 2019 season was done. So far, there was a lot of fans that were pretty much unpleased with the decision that the city of New Orleans decided that they were going to trade this team straight to Wichita, all the way from the city of New Orleans. Olivier Basabe was 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th. Yet the Wichita win surge was created by the New Orleans Triple-A team. Even though both teams, Wichita and San Antonio, were both up at Triple-A during 2020. And so far there was no season in 2020 due to the cause of the pandemic. All baseball teams were postponed. San Antonio would have had a second year in the Pacific Coast League, which Wichita would start up their first ever season being in Triple-A. But so far, all that was just for nothing. So far, the Double-A teams, Wichita and San Antonio, was downgraded back to Double-A's. And that's going to be line drive up in left field for a base hit. So far, with 2 away, the Missions are down to their final out here of tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:05, our first pitch, as we have Friday night baseball live here in San Antonio, the 4th of this 6-game set. And that's going to be blistered. High fly in the air. And he's running after it. He can't get there, and that's going to get a runner in the scoring position. And that's going to bring in the run. And that's a run in to score. The shutout is finally over. The second run is 90 feet away. And what a way to get that one going. Now here is the leadoff hitter, Aggie Rosario. He's the last man up in this ball game, and that's going to be high fly in the air, and that is right there. And that's the inning over. Final tonight, Wichita takes game 3 of the 6-game set. The final is 5-1 as the Wind Surge will win here tonight and now lead in this series 2-1. So far for all of us, hope everybody has a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow night for game 4 of the 6 games. For more, check out theshownation.com for the latest news and updates. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and also here on YouTube Live, and also BakerJstudios, JBakerVlogs. Make sure you guys subscribe up to there. Also, don't forget that any bullying, harassment, or anything will not be tolerated due to minor league baseball. Those that do that will be subject to ejection and also immediate blockage as well. So make sure you be nice to your surrounding neighbors. Don't be stupid like that one guy was, but goodness. But anyway, have a good night, everybody.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.